What's going on, everyone? It's TG Smooth back with some more Ark Survival Evolved. I hope you guys are having a good day. Mine's actually going good this week. I know the last video I seemed kind of dark, but everything's okay now. Head's held high. Anyways, if you guys do like this video, don't forget to show your support and smash that thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you do like the content, feel free to subscribe down below as well. But many of you have been asking for more guides, so today I thought I would make a breeding guide, and it's going to be on Rexes, but this pretty much applies to any dino. So obviously the first thing you want to do is go out and tame Rexes. You want to have at least 130s through 150s if possible. I believe the island in Scorched Earth may only have level 125 still. I'm not too positive about that. But on the center we do have 150s. So I got a Rex already knocked out, and like, you want to kibble tame these. You want the 100% effectiveness for any breeding dino you have. So let's go ahead and slap some kibble on this guy. And this isn't going to be the majority of the video. I'm just going to briefly explain what you're going to be looking for when you're taming a wild dino with stat breeding in mind. So you're going to access its inventory, and of course you're going to get the wild stats. So we want to record these stats, write them down, and then there is an Ark wiki you can get on, type in all these stats, and see which ones are the best for breeding. I'm going to go over to that page and show you guys real quick, type in these exact stats, and let you get a glimpse at that real quick. So we'll BRB. And we're back. Okay, so once you guys get to the Ark Wiki, you're just going to want to scroll down to the Quick Game Basics and click on Breeding. It's going to give you all the information you really need, pretty much what we're kind of going over in this video, just a little more in-depth. And then if you want the Wild Stats Level Up Calculator, just continue to scroll down past all of this info, and then you'll come across it. What you're going to need to do is type in the type of dino you're taming. Whoa, hold the phone. Why'd it do that? The type of dino you're taming, the level, and then those wild stats we just saw. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera real quick, get those locked in, and then I'll bring you guys back. Alright, and we're back, guys. So you can see here, after you type in the stats, it kind of color coordinates it. Red being the worst, which we have none, yellow being meh, and then green being the best. So the primary stat on the Rex that we were just looking at is going to be stamina, followed by weight. And we're only going to be worried about the primary and secondary stats. So let's go back to the center and take a look at that Rex, see what it tamed out as, so you guys can get a picture of what I mean. And then I'll BRB. And we're back. Okay, so if we look here, the stats ended up being 8,800 HP, 1,974 stam, 495 oxygen, 12,892 food, 820 weight, and 338 melee. The movement speed's pretty much going to stay the same, guys, as well as torpor. We're not worried about those two stats. But the primary stat was the stamina, and the secondary was weight. You can tell the stamina was 27 levels of what it gained from being wild to that 150 to that level 224. It gained 27 levels into stamina. That's what happened there. So we can tell even 27 levels still isn't high, so you're definitely looking for stuff that's around 30, 35 if possible, all into one stat. And you don't have to do this with level 150s. You may have better luck doing it with 130s or something like that. So just to let you guys know, that's how all that works, and that's how that calculator is kind of handy. You can go ahead and not even have to tame a Rex, but type in the wild stats, be like, oh, okay, you know, that's one of the stats I'm looking for. I need this Rex. I'm going to go ahead and tame it up instead of wasting kibble and resources and time on doing that. So I'm going to head over to the base now and take a look at the Rexes we have ready to breed over there and go a little bit more in depth with the whole stat thing, and we'll BRB. Alright, and we're back at the base. So the next thing you're going to do is get a bunch of males and females. Try to get an even amount of both. So right here we have 3 female Rexes and 3 male Rexes, and I've already went ahead and named them after their primary stats. I'm not going to put the secondary stats into them. So like if this one's stam oxygen, its stamina is going to be the same as the one with HP and stamina, because sometimes you can get like two really good like primary stats on these dinos. It's just super rare, and sometimes you're just going to tame some that are poop. Like we have two Rexes over here that one got food and the other really didn't get any good stats. So it's just going to be random, guys. And then you're going to want to identify which male and female you're going to want to breed and for which stats. These Rexes are going to be used for boss fights, so we're going to want to breed HP, stamina, and melee into them. So if we look here, we have an HP and stam male, but our melee is also a male as well. So the thing we're going to want to do next is identify the female with the highest melee. So if we go look at this one right here, it's got 338. Not too bad. And then let's find another one that's a male. I believe the weight is a female. She has 338 melee as well. And then the food has the secondary stat of melee as 344, so that's the highest female. We're going to want to breed this male and this female and try to get that HP, stamina, and that 344 melee into another female or male, preferably a female in this case, so we can breed it with the Rex that has the highest melee. It sounds complicated as shit, guys, but it really isn't. All it is pretty much keeping track of your stats. One thing I recommend is to never level these up until you're completely done breeding. People say, you know, write notes on them. I hate writing notes because then I have to scroll into their inventory and then I have to memorize like the stats, compare it, go to a different Rex, try to memorize those numbers, and then like compare the two. When if you don't level them up, you can just look at the stats, be like, yeah, okay, oh, yeah, okay. So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and breed these guys. I'm not gonna go over the breeding and the incubation process. I'm hoping if you're at the point where you're stat breeding dinosaurs that you know how to breed them already. So and I'm trying to make this guide as quick and clear cut as possible. That's always been the goal with my guide. So let's go ahead and take a break, breed these guys up, and then we'll check out the baby afterwards. And we're back. Okay, so the baby hatched. Will you hop down? Okay, appreciate it. So the next thing you're gonna do is, if Xbox would cooperate, is claim it, name it if you want to, and then disable wandering. I always go ahead and change the follow distance to lowest if we'd stop hitting lag anytime soon. And then let's go ahead and check this guy out. 7,480 HP. 2058 stamina, 800 weight, and then 344 melee damage. So the only stat it didn't get, I believe, is the HP. Let's go ahead and check out the weight of the parents as soon as... Whoa. As we get this little guy out of here and stick some food on him. Alright, so that's probably the first thing you want to do. Really don't have to worry about it on this server. Alright, and then let's go ahead and look at her. So she had 800 weight, and he had 800 as well. So the only stat it didn't get, it's looking like, is the HP. But we got the melee into it, and it is a female. So now with this female, we can breed it with the melee Rex and try to get that melee into it, or we can keep breeding it with the father, I guess you would say, the male, and try to get that high HP stat as well, since we already got that 344 melee and the stamina. And they're just going to continue to be higher levels. For example, this is one of our older stat bred Rexes that was part of the batch that got glitched out. 8,580 HP, 2016 stam. It got 350 melee and 930 weight. You can tell we bred a lot of stats into it. And that's pretty much all it is, guys. It's just switching back and forth between dinos, trying to get all those stats into a male and a female. So this one I would definitely breed with like the HP or the melee Rex over there. And that's how simple it is. It's just random, so you're not guaranteed the stats, and you just gotta keep trying. Anyways, I hope this guide helped you guys have a better clue on how to stat breed and everything. If you need me to go more in depth with it, just feel free to hit up them comments below, and I'll make another video continuing this process right here with the same Rexes. and you guys can see until we get like one super baby Rex. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, don't forget to show your support. And as usual, this is TG Smooth out, and remember to stay smooth. Peace!